I make digital video, sometimes for screen, sometimes for projection. I use a lot of text in my work. Usually it's text that I find in the world rather than text I write myself. And still images, but usually quite fast. So the videos are quite quick and quite short and usually quite intense.
I'm a painter and I paint and draw every day from direct observation. I collect and research around my interests and paint from objects that I collect.
I work with a small square that I build up in a mosaic kind of style and make these variegated fields of colour. Often I think of the little square like a single musical note, which I build up chords with and progressions of colours like a melody or like a symphony, in fact.
Since 2013 I have been working in sculpture in porcelain, wood and neon. Before then I used to work in 2 dimensions, so I used to make very large scale wall porcelain panels, but I was struggling to communicate my ideas through 2-dimensional work. So by working in 3 dimensions, by adding volume, it means I could incorporate light, which is very important in my work.
I'm an artist working in mainly photography and moving image. At the moment I'm using a 3D scanner and I'm thinking about this sort of idea of portraiture and presenting character and identity and behaviour through different sort of forms of technology.
Well, I make sculptures out of DIY materials that you can just go and buy in builders' merchants, or things I find around in skips. And I quite like the idea of being able to remake things again, or flat packing and all that kind of thing, so that there's not a preciousness.
My work is fundamentally sculptural, although I do make drawings. Most of it is in a way, some way related to 3 dimensions. I'm very much interested in creating beautiful forms that somehow deliver a complex and rich experience that evolves over time.
I work within the context of the everyday, the mundane and the familiar. In the early parts of a body of work, I will spend long amounts of time drawing as a starting point. Through drawing I create spaces that sit poised on the threshold of narrative. In my work I use text, drawing, screen print, embroidery, hand weaving, and I've also started doing some film work.